Hello and welcome back to another brand new movie review for Trilogy Month. In case this is the first video that you're watching, because I know with the title and the thumbnail, this will probably get quite a few people actually clicking on to actually see what my thoughts are, as this is my first time properly watching this movie. But I'm doing this thing I like to call Trilogy Month, where for 1 week I review each movie in a trilogy on a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Last week I'd done the Back to the Future trilogy. This week I am doing the prequel trilogy, whereas on Monday I did a review for The Force Awakens. Today I'm doing my review for The Last Jedi, obviously, as you could tell by the title and the thumbnail. And Friday I'll be doing Rise of Skywalker. Now, there has been two times where I've been nervous filming a review. Both have to do with Star Wars. The first time I was nervous filming a review was for my controversial take on Empire Strikes Back. That being that I really don't like it. And again, kind of controversial take here for The Last Jedi. I liked it, I actually really found myself enjoying my time watching this film, and that's what's got me nervous for this review, because I know what the Star Wars bros are like when it comes to this movie, and people who don't have that share the same opinion of them, where they class this to be the worst Star Wars movie ever made. They hate the sequel trilogy. They hate Rey. They hate, a whole bunch of other. The list is endless, you know. And it's that side of the fandom that has kept me away from the fandom for as long as it has. The only reason I'm covering these movies is because, well, it's been a while since I've seen them, and like I said, I haven't seen The Last Jedi in full. I had watched the first 50, 50 or so minutes of it a couple of years back, before Rise of Skywalker came out, and I switched it off and I just never went back to it. I meant to formulate my own opinion, but I never did. And here is where I'm going to spout a saying that I have coined from a good friend of mine, AJ, over at AJ's Movie Place, and that being art is subjective. Because you might not like this film, and you have every right not to like this film. Your valid your reasons for not liking it are as valid as my reasons for liking this movie. Did Ryan Johnson ruin this movie? No, absolutely not. I think the vision he had was good. Like I said, I enjoyed it. Did he ruin Luke? No, I don't think so. And again, it's what's clouding a lot of these people's judgment over, especially the treatment of Luke in this film, is nostalgia. You know, nostalgia for watching these movies, the original trilogy, nostalgia for reading the expanded media before they became, extended universe, the legends and stuff. And yeah, I like I said in my Force Awakens review, had you know J.J. Abrams and those that were in charge of this sequel trilogy actually had a plan, instead of JJ setting things up and not coming back to do the second one in the trilogy, which I honestly think he should have. I think he should have, stuck it out for the entire trilogy, instead of just dipping for a movie and then coming back to undo everything that was set up in this movie, um, whilst also introducing us to a returning villain and trying to explain that in universe, and wrap up the entire franchise. That's what shot this franchise in the foot. Not having that set vision like the prequels had, with explaining how Anakin joined the Jedi Order to his fall to be Darth Vader, and as well the original trilogy. As much as I I'm not as attached to the original trilogy as some people are. I still love it for what it was, the same way I love the prequel trilogy for what it was. And I definitely think by the time I watch Rise of Skywalker for my review on Friday, I will have a found appreciation for this trilogy. Does this trilogy have issues? Absolutely. I'd be an idiot to say that it doesn't have issues, but I still enjoy it for what it is, and that's a movie that I can sit down and watch and not have to think, not have to worry about if something breaks canon or if it retcons something or another. I want to watch a movie to switch my brain off for the 2.5 hours that it is, and enjoy what I'm watching. And I did. I really did. I love the dyad that I think it's the next movie that it gets explained to be the dyad that we see the setup for in this movie where Rey and Kylo have these force Skype calls, and I love that because that's developing them for what where we see them in the next movie where they're all lovey dovey and stuff, um, and I love that Finn tries his best to help the resistance since leaving uh the first order. um do I think Kelly Marie Tran's character was annoying? Absolutely not. I enjoyed her character for what it was, and I did not find it to be annoying whatsoever. Because that was something that I do remember seeing when this movie came out, to the point where those Star Wars bros bullied her off of all social media. I don't think she even has returned to social media, um, and I wouldn't blame her. With the way some certain fans in this in Star Wars treat certain people because they don't like it. Who knows? Maybe now, if I do decide to go and watch The Acolyte, I might actually enjoy it. Because I'm just hearing all this bad stuff about it. Changing Kid Adi Mundi's year of birth for something that was on a Legends card that wasn't really canon. I'm getting ahead of myself here. This movie, let's circle back to The Last Jedi. There was a lot of comedic moments in this movie that actually had me laughing out loud, and that's good. It has those good comedy elements, such as when Luke enters the Falcon for the first time in probably decades, and R2 goes up to him and starts swearing at him, and Luke's like, "Hey, hang on, this is a sacred Jedi ground. Watch the swearing." Which I burst out laughing at that because it was so fucking funny. The same with Chewie and the Porgs. He's trying to enjoy probably it's a chicken type of substance, which I'm assuming is probably one of the Porgs. Let's be honest. It is porg shaped, so Chewie is definitely a bit of a cannibal when it comes to them. But they're obviously coming to him looking for food and stuff. And it's a good movie. I had fun with it, and that's what matters to me. Is in the long run, is did I have fun? As I said, the answer is yes. I had absolute fun watching this movie from beginning to end. It took me 2 days to watch it. And that is simply because by the time I got to the 50-minute mark again, I was tired, and so I picked it back up. Um, Today, as of filming this on the 18th of October. Um, I had absolute fun with this movie. The fight scene with Rey and Kylo versus the people in the red suits, which I think is the Knights of Ren. I'm not 100% sure on that one. Someone please do correct me if I'm on that one. But that fight sequence looked really, really good. Is it as good as the stuff from the original trilogy and the prequel trilogy? No, obviously not. Like none of those fights can hold a candle to the Duel of Fates, or Anakin versus Obi-Wan, or Vader versus Luke in Episode 6, or even Episode 5. Those are legendary lightsaber fights for a reason. But it was still fucking cool. Especially towards at the end of the fight when Rey throws Kylo the lightsaber, he grabs it and just flicks it on, flicks it off. Instantly, quickly stabbing one of those Snoke's guards behind him. Now, there is one thing that a bit of dialogue that I picked up on that I found to be a little bit interesting, and that is when, Rey and Kylo are in front of Snoke, and Snoke mentions that he had infiltrated their Force Skype, um, and imprinted on Rey the feeling that there is still imbalance in Kylo, that he could turn back to the light side, you know. And then of course, as we know, Kylo says that Rey's parents were nothing, that they were nobodies. My That bit of dialogue where he said that he infiltrated that to imprint that on Rey. My thinking is, what if he done the same? Obviously, we know with the next movie that Rey's a Palpatine, um, and so I think Snoke is also like a failed clone of Palpatine. Again, someone please do correct me in the comments below. Um, so that's probably how he was able to like trick Kylo with that as well. That's just my thought process, thinking with the future knowledge of Rise of Skywalker. Um, so yeah, is The Last Jedi the worst Star Wars movie ever made? In my opinion, no. The worst Star Wars movie is Attack of the Clones, and I will gladly die on that hill. I had fun with this movie. I'm beginning to appreciate, Rey a lot more with after watching this and rewatching The Force Awakens, and I'm sure I'll have even more appreciation when I rewatch Rise of Skywalker for Friday's review. Um, so yeah, count me as a sequel fan enjoyer, because I've enjoyed this movie. I enjoyed The Force Awakens, and from just the first viewing that I did back in 2019, 2020, whenever Rise of Skywalker went on to Disney Plus and I watched it with my cousin, I enjoyed that then. So I'm pretty sure when I go to rewatch it, I might still enjoy it. However, the whole convoluted, like I said, like I've been saying the past two reviews, and I will say again in Rise of Skywalker, had they had a plan, had they had a vision for how each of these movies was going to be and set up, I think it would have been a lot better. And it now has me actually kind of excited to see Rey's trilogy that we're going to be getting. When Star Wars eventually returns to the big screen. So yeah, The Last Jedi I enjoyed, and I'm happy to admit that. Because wasn't sure. I wasn't sure going into it, and I'm glad that I have watched it. I'm glad that I have reviewed it, and yeah, as I said at the beginning of this review, art is subjective. You're allowed to like what you like. You're allowed to dislike what you like. For me, I like this movie. Is it the best? No. Like, I would probably say it would be around like the seventh best out of the franchise. That excluding Rogue One and Solo, because those two movies I have not seen. But for me, I did enjoy this movie, and I'm looking forward to watching Rise of Skywalker for my review on Friday. So that is going to wrap this review up. Thank you all for watching. I expect there to be a few more dislikes than likes for this review. But then again, I could be proven wrong. I could be proven wrong. But I'll catch you all on Friday for my Rise of Skywalker review, as we are now just 2 weeks away from the wrap up of this trilogy month. There's only two more trilogies to cover, one of which I'm pretty sure I might end up swapping out for something else. Then again, I don't know. We shall see. We shall see. You obviously would know if you've seen this as real at the beginning of the month. But anyway, I'm rambling. I'll catch you all on Friday for my review of Rise of Skywalker. I'll see you all next time.